Let's be honest, the mortgage industry can feel like trying to learn a foreign language. There's confusing terms, complex company structures, and everybody's telling you something different. So if you're thinking about becoming a loan officer, getting an NMLS license, starting a mortgage company, or adding one onto your business, then stop right now because in this video, I'm going to try to give you a crash course on Mortgage Broker 101. I'm going to dial it in and kind of rewind back to the basics, breaking down the types of mortgage companies that are out there, talk about some industry terms, and talk about exactly what a mortgage broker does. So, whether you're brand new or you just need some clarification, you're going to leave watching this video with confidence and being more informed. So let's dive in. So, what are the options in the mortgage industry if you're trying to get involved with it? Let's start with the big picture. There are five major players in the mortgage space when it comes to types of companies. Yes, there's more than that, but let's go with the big players of what most people are looking at and understand what the differences are. And that's the key to choosing the right path for you. So the first one is a bank. FDIC banks. These are your traditional banks you can walk into in your local town. Think like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. They lend their own money and are heavily regulated. They offer home loans, but it's just a slice of the pie for them. They also do car loans, HELOCs, loan officers there. They get an NMLS number, but they don't have to study, pass the test, and actually go through the same steps that the other mortgage companies we're going to talk about next have to do. The next type of company is a retail mortgage lender. These are companies like Loan Depot, Guaranteed Rate, maybe you've heard of. They really only do mortgages and they lend directly from the loan officer that works there to the consumer. They lend their own funds, just like a bank does, and they have more flexibility than FDIC banks. They have more products. Their loan officers need an NMLS and they have to take the test. Now, a mortgage broker, this is where you can be the business owner most easily in the beginning. Brokers don't lend their own money. That's a big difference. They partner with the next type of lender, which is wholesale lenders, to offer buyers competitive loan products, pricing. There's another one kind of in between, which is correspondent lenders. This is often the next step up for a mortgage broker who's still small, independent, but now they want to lend their own money, be able to make more money, and then they sell those loans on the back end. The last one is your wholesale lenders. These are the companies that fund the loans for mortgage brokers. Think of them as your secret weapon behind the scenes if you're a mortgage broker. They're taking the risk on, they're lending the money, you are forming the relationship. So, what exactly does a mortgage broker do? So, mortgage broker, it's like the matchmaker, and they're the matchmaker of the mortgage world. They go and find the lenders to get funds from because they don't fund loans themselves. Instead, they help clients shop across different wholesale lenders. And many wholesale lenders also have a retail division, just something to know. Because as a mortgage broker, you're an advocate. You're the client's advocate, guide, negotiator. You handle the whole thing. You just get the money from someone else. Your job is to connect the client with the right lender, the right program and rate. You're also a licensed loan officer. So you have to pass the NMLS test, keep up with compliance. And that's how you become a loan officer and a broker owner. And what makes this model powerful is the flexibility and the choice. You're not just one lender's products. You can serve your clients with all the options that are in the market. A lot of people, when they are really focused on mortgage, they look at broker versus retail, like what's the key differences. And when you get licensed as a loan officer with an NMLS, you might think you need to work for a big company or a big bank. It's not always true. You can work at a retail lender, or you can work at a brokerage, or you can own a brokerage. And really, it just comes down to your preference and how much control you want of your career and your business, especially for those of you, if you're entrepreneurial and you want to build business equity or more to clients while you're doing this, the broker model is worth exploring. Now, let's talk about what it takes to become a mortgage broker. As an LO, same thing. It takes the same thing as becoming a LO in the retail model. To own, though, you actually have to become a business owner. And there's a few additional steps that you have to take. After you pass, you get your NMLS license, you take your test. Maybe you work at a brokerage or a mortgage company first. But if you want to go that next step and become the business owner, you have to choose your business model. If you're an LLC, if you're a corporation, you have to register your new business, get licensed in your state, go through a series of steps in your state. You have to then find and sign up with wholesale lenders, as well as pick all the systems that you need to originate loans. You have to get processing, compliance, back office support, licensing. There are ways to make your business more profitable than others. And you can learn how to grow the business, recruit LOs, hire the right team, all these different things that you have to learn how to do as you become a broker owner. You don't have to do it alone, though. There are communities, there's mentors, and even full service solutions to help you launch faster and run the business smarter. And so, to find out if the broker path is right for you, if you've ever wanted more freedom, if you've ever wanted to explore this topic a little bit more or add this type of business onto your existing business, make sure you go down into the link in the description below so you can meet with myself or someone on my team so we can walk through what your next steps are. We'll go through quickly a pros and cons here on working somewhere, owning a brokerage, being a broker. The pros are brokers can access better rates. So they have control to pick lower rates too. You own your business, you can build more long-term wealth. The challenges are it's a hard business model to stand up and run due to lack of programs to help you do it. It's more complicated. There's regulations, and it's why I created the Mortgage Broker Concierge Company and Collab Franchise Broker in a Box model, because there are a lot of you out there who need systems support and you want help managing your lender relationships, all the vendors you work with. Because there was no one out there that teaches any of us this stuff, what we did was we built what I always wish that I had while I was running my businesses. The mortgage industry, it's not as mysterious as it seems once you have someone who can break it down for you and help you along the way. So hopefully now that you understand how mortgage brokers fit into the big picture of the mortgage and real estate industry, you're already ahead of everybody else out there who doesn't completely understand it. So if you got value out of this video, please go like, subscribe. It helps me know that I'm giving you content that you're finding valuable. And if you want more real talk about building a mortgage career, a mortgage business, drop a comment with the biggest takeaway from the video or what your next question is so that I know what type of videos you'd like me to create. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.